What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sunlight Cove here, and today we're going to be predicting what the Freddy, aka the Nightmare, rework is. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button down below. We're trying to make it to 400 subscribers before the end of the month. Before this rework, Freddy couldn't teleport to completed generators, which completely shut down his entire power in the endgame, which is super crucial for killers if they want to win. There's a video from a YouTuber named Schmuckles where a claimed leaker says that since the Houndmaster can send her dog to completed gens, it's going to be included in the Freddy rework somehow. I'm going to be honest, that doesn't sound too far-fetched to believe, since that's one of the major problems, at least in my opinion, why Freddy feels so bad to play compared to Dracula or Houndmaster. If he's able to teleport to completed generators now, that would be perfect to shut down certain areas or just keep people from opening the exit gate if there's a generator near one. But there's a major issue with that. That being, since some generators are closer to exit gates, survivors are going to complain that Freddy is overpowered because he's able to teleport to completed generators. There is a way to solve this, however, and that is block out the generator closest to the exit gate. That way, Freddy would have to teleport to the furthest one away, and no one will try to beg for nurse before he even shines. Right now, the dream world is horrible for Freddy, because there's no risk for a survivor entering it. Not only does it brighten a dark map whenever you're in it, it also gives you the oblivious status effect, which on paper would be a massive disadvantage, but unless you have ears, or the visual heartbeat on, you can tell where Freddy is. Now, I made the idea that Freddy's dream world can be the same as the Void in the Halloween event, when there was a high risk of entering because you would be permanently broken if you were injured, while also trying here for the killer since they had the undetectable status effect when they entered as well. I like this system. It gives you an incentive not to be injured because Freddy could just wait until you were asleep to bag a free down. However, this would mean they would have to change the way you enter the dream world. Instead of it being at a timer as soon as you start the match, they can bring back the mechanic where you bring the survivor to sleep. I could see it as you could hit the survivor in the real world, but you wouldn't be put to sleep. But instead, when Freddy hits you, he could put you to sleep and enter the dream world broken, where his terror radius is map wide, meaning nowhere is safe even when Freddy isn't near you. So Freddy can bitch slap you, put you to sleep, it would be since it would have a further range, and you would still think you're in chase despite no one being behind you. It would be pure chaos, and survivors would be looking all over the map for alarm clocks, and if they're injured, remain broken until they wake up to be healed by another survivor. Now, the mechanic to wake up the survivor by yourself would still be present, but it would be risky because now when survivors wake up, it would give the killer instinct with manual wake up or alarm clock wake up. Traps, as of right now, are about as useful as hammering in a rusty nail against newly made steel. The dream snares slow you down for a few milliseconds, and dream pallets are just an illusionary pallets except you can interact with them. So you would think the dream pallets would be base kit, right? Well, not really. To use them, you have to use one of his add-ons that include dream pallets in them. So you can't even get the satisfaction of seeing a survivor drop a pallet and it automatically breaks, doing nothing to stun you unless you run an add-on. It's ridiculous! Now, the way I see them changing this would be removing the add-on requirement for dream pallets and making it base kit to his power, alongside replacing dream snares with fake lit hex totems. Now, just like before, those can only be seen in the dream world, except there's a debuff to when you interact with them. Touching a fake hex totem can give you the oblivious status effect alongside a slight hinder. Dream pallets will make you 5% slower for 0.5 seconds when you drop them. Now, you might think that's too much, but you have to remember Singularity has a perk that slows you down when survivors are nearby when picking up a down survivor, so it's actually fair. This seems like a stretch, but I could see more content being added for the Nightmare on Elm Street license in the future. Maybe in a form of skins or legendary survivors for both Quentin and Freddy. Now, it's not very clear if New Line Cinema is going to even entertain the idea of Freddy getting more than just a rework, since they gave Behavior the remake version of him, and not the Robert Englund one. But that doesn't mean it's entirely out of the question. To me, I see this rework as New Line Cinema's okay to bring in more characters from the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, like getting Nancy from the 1984 movie, and getting the original Freddy from the same movie. Seeing it how it might be a legendary skin for both Freddy and Quentin, then Freddy's Morty would have to be the Johnny Depp death from the first movie. It's character fitting and horrifying to see on Dead by Daylight. In the end, if all goes well, I can see a few Freddy players at least trying out the newly designed character, and who knows, maybe if my theory is correct about having new content for Freddy, then maybe even new players who love the original movies will come to the game. Now, it may not be as big as when Five Nights at Freddy's comes to the game, but it will certainly be a noticeable amount. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and hey, if you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Like I said in the intro, we're aiming for 400 subs before the end of the month. Stay awesome, guys.